Okay, let's look at what a cruising boat looks like. First thing, we got that dinghy, that huge ass dinghy on top of the boat, tied down securely. Come around, you'll see 5 diesel cans. We don't really need 5 diesel cans. Each can should get us 40 miles, but there was a reason we had the extra. Up on the deck, you can see all of the extra ugly offenders that will need to go through the locks. We also are using them to support our bikes, which is something we have that we didn't, well, we had them up in the bike racks. And of course we have the Dodger up, the mat for the dog to get on and off. Once we start moving, the dog will be wearing her life jacket. Our solar panels, very important, life raft and life ring, God forbid anyone ever go over. Barbecue, which is kind of nice. Outboard motor for the dinghy. Just a completely different look than when you're just sailing around the harbor or the lake, wherever you happen to be. So this should help us as we are about to get underway on the voyage of a lifetime.
Okay, here's Richard. We have been into our voyage for about 40 minutes. We have already avoided a big race. We avoided a fishing boat. We avoided a boat coming down the fairway who didn't see us coming out of
See, that came to a full stop. Full stop.
But Richard came to a full stop and let him pass. I mean, they had the right of way anyway, but they did not see us coming. And they apologized, but it wasn't their fault. So, and our dog is like calm as a cucumber. Although she's licking her feet, and sometimes that's a nervous thing that dogs do, but she was sitting there just looking ahead. That's probably a nervous thing too. That's why she's not sleeping. So, multiple obstacles. Oh, also, backing out of the slip was a disaster for the first time ever. But we didn't hit anything. So, all in all, I'd call that
Win, baby.
a win.
So here we are going by Middle Sister Island. As you can undoubtedly hear, we're motoring because after about an hour and a half we lost all our wind, but we should get some back in a little while. You can see the shores of Ohio, and way back there is Michigan.
Here's Ginger becoming a good boat dog. We just got to teach her how to pee on the boat. So I demonstrated for her. But she seemed to be taken aback and quite offended that I would pee on the boat. It's like, Lisa, don't you know you're not supposed to pee there? I don't even want to stand next to where you peed. On the little fake grass mat. It is pretty funny.
Here we are, first morning of our great adventure here in Put-in-Bay.
Woohoo.
I think you can, no, yeah, there's the monument over there. So,
Yeah, behind the sun,
behind the sun. So,
or in front of the sun rather.
somewhere over there. And we got a dog that needs to pee, so enough selfie stick, let's get to work. Okay, I just saw these 2 spiders sort of tussle a little, and then the one on top took off. But the one on the bottom, he just like dumped out 2 little egg sacs there. Right there. I really gotta clean this, but yeah, that was pretty cool. I haven't seen a spider fight since Detour, Michigan, in the St. Mary's River.
God, yes.
That was wild.
Thousands of spiders all fighting. In the only place on the dock where you could get internet.
Yeah. So we're coming up on Pelee Island, there goes a pelican. Look at that. A white pelican, one of those Ontario pelicans.
American pelican.
She thinks it's an American pelican, but we're in Canadian waters
You
now.
guys have the geese. That was our dog snoring.
Yeah. Sorry, it's hard to keep track of a moving bird.
Amazing.
This is a neat picture. In the background you can see a freighter going by Pelee Harbor here. Pelee, they call it Pelee.
And here is the eye splice around the halyard. Beautiful, nice, long taper.
Okay, it's 20 after 1. We just made dock at
Rondo Harbor,
Rondo Harbor.
Erie Marina.
So,
And the only people here are a bunch of fishermen.
yeah,
3 fishermen
fishing off the wharf.
fishing off the
So it looks like it's some kind of industrial marine supply store, but oh well.
They have a liquor store though,
Oh, they have a liquor store.
so it couldn't be all commercial.
Wow. Oh. Okay, and so we're on Lake Erie last night. We're getting steady winds now of 17, 18 knots. We had double reef in it, but we got to take the main down. It's just overpowering everything, and it's just ugly sailing. So we got it down. It doesn't look pretty this morning, but you know, we got in at 20 after 1 last night, and I'm not going to make it look pretty. But I dropped some of the sail ties last night. What am I going to do? Used my bike lock. And here we are leaving Rondo Harbor, which is in almost central Lake Erie.
Southern Ontario.
In southern Ontario, that's right. Lisa did a marvelous job getting us in there at the wee hours of the morning. It was a lot of fun. Okay, it was really stressful, but that's okay. That's sailing. And this is the beauty of sailing. Wide open water. So here we are in Knott, Ohio. This is like one of the nicest, friendliest clubs I've ever been at. I mean, it's right up there with Port Huron. They are just that friendly here. You know, I just can't say enough about them. This is our last stop in Ohio. After that, we'll be going through Pennsylvania. I'm not sure if we're even going to stop in Pennsylvania tomorrow. Might be nice just to say we touched Pennsylvania. And then to New York. Trip is going on, and it is pretty exciting. So the transient dock over here in the marina, we missed it by 1, but you know, there was a white, he said the white pillar, and there was a white one there, so we just went straight ahead. But it has some neat touches here. It's got a grab hold to get off your boat, a line already attached, a line up in the middle already attached, and a built-in fender. Nice touch. I like this marina. Well, it's not a marina, that's the difference. It's a boat club.
Best thing about sailing to Canada.
Here's your jet ski that you were wondering about. So here we are docked on a Friday night. Most dockages are really deserted. We rarely ever get to dock in a downtown area, but this is downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. A little different for us.
Here we are in Dunkirk, New York, and as we were walking by, something fell out of this tree and it was a buckeye hull. And here's Richard. He got a buckeye. These are not Ohio buckeyes, however, these are New York buckeyes.
It's prickly.
But as we were walking by, a squirrel had obviously been eating one and dropped the shell on us, the hull. Ginger recognizes it as that's just stuff food eats.
Oh, he's chewing a husk. That's neat. Now we're going to have to look up how to eat raw buckeyes. You have to
People
boil
can't.
them, or
I don't think people eat them.
no?
Just squirrels.
Oh well.
They do look like chestnuts, though.
Yeah, they do.
They smell good. Bitter.
I can smell it all.
Oh my God, it might be poison.
I agree.
I didn't do it, folks. He did it all on his own.
Free squirrel food. Oh, careful.
And if you walk up the street from downtown Dunkirk about half a mile, you will come to a little free library in front of the United Way. So we walked up from the boat down the main drag in Dunkirk, New York, and our friends had said it was a little depressing, and I understand what they're saying now. There's a bunch of downtown bars, and then there's free clinics, mental health, OBGYN, Salvation Army, United Way, United Catholic Charities, and not a lot of actual stores. There are a couple restaurants that really look interesting, and there were a lot of people that came down to sit on the Dunkirk pier, and there was a band there last night, a fundraiser for dogs, I think, and live music, cheap drinks, lots of people who seem to be enjoying themselves. There's a lot of beautiful Victorian mansions waiting to be restored, and a lot of beautiful Victorian mansions that have been converted into like law offices, doctor's offices, things like that. But a very pretty town, but obviously economically depressed. This is sort of cool. The sidewalk in front of this house is actually big blue stone flagstones instead of cement. And there's Richard coming down the sidewalk. So I was thinking this was the old library, and next to it was the Dunkirk Public School. But neither one of them is either a school or a library. The school is a school, but it's a private academy. And here is Brooks Memorial Hospital. Nice little small town hospital.
Here's Lisa taking us out of Dunkirk Harbor. Say bye, Dunkirk.
Bye, Dunkirk.
There's Ginger watching it go. Again.
Proof that we could get up at 6 in the morning.
Rising sun in the sky. It's a little rolly today, but not too bad. So right now the phone is standing still on top of the boat. And this gives you an idea of the motion of the boat. And it's not really that bad compared to what we've done.
So tonight we are docked at the exquisite Buffalo Yacht Club, third oldest yacht club in the United States, founded in 1860. Here is their beautiful clubhouse room with a lovely bar, fireplace, piano, and me. The bathroom facilities are gorgeous, definitely a step up above the state parks. Nothing wrong with the state parks, but come on, nice is nice. This is one heck of a wooden boat model. And I'm going to step out onto the veranda, where you can enjoy cocktails and look out over the yacht harbor. And I don't think Ginger is allowed in the yacht club. She is.
Got stuck with her yard manager.
All right, as long as you're well behaved, girl, don't embarrass us. So, and here's the entrance to the third oldest yacht club
No pets in that clubhouse. No pets?
in
Okay.
North America.
Sorry. No, that's okay.
Oh, someone else had just told us it was okay, so. And this impressive facility is right next to the Buffalo Yacht Club. It is currently used by the U.S. Navy, but it said it is Captain Frank J. Bailey's boathouse. Navy Operational Support Center, Buffalo, New York. But just in case you were underwhelmed by the elegant green and white building, this is actually the Navy Operational Support Building, which is right behind the yacht club and adjacent to the historic house.
Say that again.
This is what happens when you're homeless.
We're in a shelter on a trail in Buffalo under the Peace Bridge, and the clouds opened up, so we're just trying to stay a little dry.
And it sort of smells like urine here. But we're sitting on the ground so we don't get struck by lightning.
And the wind is being sheltered. Yeah.
So the weather is getting worse, but at least we're not out there, because that looks really shitty. We'll just cuddle in our little homeless shelter here.
Buffalo rush hour. Just like every other rush hour. It sucks.
It is really hard to get a feeling for how big this thing is. It takes up an entire city block near downtown Buffalo. And literally looks like a fortress. So just a half hour ago, we were huddling under a shelter on the riverfront, trying to stay warm and dry from this tremendous downpour. And now it's beautiful and sunny and warm here near downtown Buffalo. So we are here sitting on the veranda at the yacht club, Richard, Ginger, and I, and we're watching the dinghy sailing class out in the Black Rock Channel.
And this is the Buffalo Yacht Club at night. Beautiful old building. Well, the building's not that old actually. They had a fire a while ago on the second floor. But the furniture's old and it's nicely appointed. But they're not a pretentious club. That's nice.
So here we are on our way to downtown Buffalo, up from the marina. And here is public school number 3. And 2 of the doors underneath it, it says girls. So I don't know if that's like the girls' entrance or if they had separate girls and boys public schools. It's a huge building.
Find out when we get to the other side. They have a boys' entrance.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Oh, and over here, this is an interesting monument. It says in honor of Italian Americans, but it's just a metal box. So I think it used to be a statue of he who shall not be named, Christopher Columbus, who's fallen into disrepute. Oh, and Richard is telling me the boys' entrance is over here. Built in 1921, and it looks like it's still functioning as a school. Yeah, public school number 3, boys' entrance.
Don't let those boys and girls get together.
Oh, you know, nothing good comes of that.
A lot of good comes of it.
But yeah, Duneville Porter campus. So I think this is a college now.
And this is where you end up when your pathway is under construction, but you still want to go in this direction. Excuse me, miss, do you know the way to the Buffalo Yacht Club?
It's this way, sir.
Oh, you're live.
Thank goodness for some kids with a couple of bolt cutters who cut the fence so we could get up from the railway line onto the street level with our dog.
You can see they were doing some partying here, but that's okay.
Although I think both of us could have squeezed through here.
Yeah, at this point, definitely. 3:34. And at least Ginger and I are finally back at the boat. What a day.
And here we are on the Erie Canal.
The green and the red switched.
Uh-oh, low bridge.
Everybody down. Low bridge, 'cause we're going to town.